how did it all begin? I mean, things started out alright. She had just come out of another relationship, so I was feeling a bit used, but we got on pretty well. I mean, I remember she was a bit high maintenance at first. I had to get her own power supply. She didn't just want to join in with the other pedals. Gotta be on that 12 volt life. But she was pretty upfront about how she felt. You know, whatever the tempo, she would always keep me up to speed. I always knew where I stood with her. But then she started acting out. I couldn't push her buttons in the right way anymore. It was tough. Like, I'd try to tap in 60 BPM. And like, it was like she was part of the occult or something, you know? I felt like we had less and less in common. We started to drift apart. We began to have creative differences. And it's not my proudest moment, but I started to play the field for other delay pedals. That's that's when I came across her cousin, the Flashback X4. She's a delay pedal. You know how everybody always puts their best foot forward on the internet? It's like a highlight reel. Everybody's life is better than yours. It was no different with the Flashback. Don't get me wrong, she is amazing, she's great. But, you know, she does some things that rub me the wrong way. Like any relationship, there's a bit of give and take. You have to learn to live with them. The first time I plugged her in, I wanted to have my pedal board set up in stereo, like all the time, so I didn't have to rewire things if I was plugging it into 2 amps or 1 amp. So I plug it all up, put the Flashback on, and I go to use the quarter note and dotted eighth note delay together, and I was only hearing a quarter note. I was like, what is going on? So I did a bit of research, and yeah, it turns out that when you are running it in stereo, it splits it. So the quarter note comes out one side and the dotted eighth comes out the other side. The Nova delay didn't do that. And I mean, I guess it's cool, but it's a little bit of a pain, because if I'm only using 1 amp, then I have to unplug the pedal and plug it back in with another patch cable if you're running in stereo. It's a small detail, but it would have been nice to have it always in stereo. Also, when you use the tap tempo, the little light that flashes and indicates what beat it's on, flashes with the note division rather than the beat. So if it's on a dotted eighth, it'll flash every dotted eighth note as opposed to every beat. Which, I mean, maybe is helpful, but personally I just think it's annoying. I'd rather have it flashing on the beat. Possibly the most frustrating thing about the Flashback. In fact, this is something with all the TC pedals, the TC electronic pedals. The tone print app is terrible. It sucks. I've only ever managed to successfully use it once. Well, no, I haven't even managed to successfully use it once. It's only turned on properly once, and I wasn't anywhere near my pedal board at the time, so that was unhelpful. At the moment, it just gets stuck on this retrieving new image. I don't even know. Retrieving effect. You can't use it. It's supposed to be this great feature where it like makes a noise and you hold it up to the pickups or something and you can program your pedals, but it doesn't work. I haven't been able to get it to work once. To be fair, I haven't tried plugging the pedals in to my computer via USB, so maybe I'll have more luck with that, but you'd think if TC Electronics are making this big kind of feature with your phone being able to change tone prints that actually kind of get the app working, I guess. Thankfully, an app is easy to update. I hope they update it soon, because that would be cool. Get around to testing it with the computer at some point, but it's it's a little bit disappointing. Another issue I have with the looper aspect of the flashback is when you are looping something, when you do a first take, you hit record and you're playing away. I would like to be able to hit record again and immediately start overdubbing, but you can't. When you hit record again, it starts playing back the loop with record turned off. So you can't play something, hit record again and start immediately recording another loop. You have to play something, let it play back basically one whole more time, and then hit record again if you want to start recording from the same point. That's just a pain. Personally, I mainly use the looper as a practice tool, so it's not a huge deal for me, but I don't know. I feel like with having 3 different buttons to control the loop, they could have incorporated that functionality. Alright, let's look at a few of these flashback sounds. I'm running Telecaster into a compressor, light compression settings, clean sound into the flashback, into a little bit of reverb, barely anything, into stereo amps, which are just modeled on my computer. So, the cool thing about the flashback is that you can set 3 presets. This is what's in here currently. I don't remember what these settings are, but they sound cool. Nice big ambient swell. This was one I set up with just it's an analog delay with a little bit of modulation, and then this one here. It's dotted, or quarter note dotted 8 at the same time. Let's go through some of these sounds. So up here we have the 4 tone print slots that are currently unusable because of the app situation, but whatever. Okay. First delay sound that we've got. Turn the delay level up a little bit so we can hear. It's this tape delay sound. Which I think is quite cool, but I found the modulation on the tape a little bit too much for regular delay usage. It's better for kind of ambient stuff, I think. Next is this tube sound. Space. This one's quite cool. An analog delay. Analog with mod. I like this one. Reverse. delay, not sure what I would do with that one. Sure, I'll find something at some point. Dynamic. Just a solid digital delay. 2290, which is modeled on like another TC electronic delay unit. I like this one. Then the 2290 with mod. Slap. Lo-fi. And Ping-Pong. That's actually the first time I've tried Ping-Pong in stereo. It works. The saving a delay sound on this is really easy. You pick one you want, like space. And you just hold down the thing until it flashes. Then whenever you change to a different setting, when you go back to this one, there's my space delay. It doesn't continue. If you change delays, it changes it immediately. Like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. Another thing is the tap doesn't go between settings. So if I go this one here, tap 1, 2, 3, 4. That kind of rhythm. And when I get back to here, it's not the same. Thanks for checking out my flashback video. I'm trying to up my content game, so if you liked what you saw, give it a like with the thumbs up and subscribe and stuff. All the YouTube things, you know? I'll see you next time. Alright, it's time for real. It's time I really turned a leaf and read what's written on the rear. I've spent too long here, what happens next? I've given thought to the future, will overlook your next steps.